You will be able to teleport instantly as a hologram, to be at the office without a commute, at a concert with friends, or in your parents' living room to catch up. You're going to really feel like you're there with other people. You'll see their facial expressions or body language, Zuckerberg said. The future of the internet is going to be virtual, and Meta, the company known to the public as Facebook, believes that 1 billion people will be working and playing in the immersive, three-dimensional world referred to as the Metaverse by the end of the decade. What is the Metaverse? Apparently, it's the next big thing. The term Metaverse, a contraction of meta and universe, refers to a virtual world in the science fiction novel Snow Crash, where it first appeared in 1992. The concept was given a notable incarnation in 2006 with the virtual universe Second Life, which became popular with individuals, companies, and brands who explored its use to open virtual stores, organize events, hold training, do marketing, etc. The arrival of social networks, however, plunged Second Life into obscurity. To the outsider, it may look like a souped-up version of virtual reality, but some people think the metaverse could be the future of the internet. In fact, the belief is that it could be to VR what the modern smartphone is to the first clunky mobile phones of the 1980s. Instead of being on a computer, in the metaverse, you might use a headset to enter a virtual world, connecting all sorts of digital environments. Unlike current VR, which is mostly used for gaming, this virtual world could be used for practically anything: work, play, concerts, cinema trips, or just hanging out. But because it's still just an idea, there's no single agreed definition of the metaverse. Silicon Valley metaverse proponents sometimes reference a description from venture capitalist Matthew Ball, author of the extensive Metaverse Primer. The metaverse is an expansive network of persistent, real-time rendered 3D worlds and simulations that support continuity of identity, objects, history, payments, and entitlements, and can be experienced synchronously by an effectively unlimited number of users, each with an individual sense of presence. Facebook, arguably the tech company with the biggest stake in the metaverse, describes it more simply. The metaverse is a set of virtual spaces where you can create and explore with other people who aren't in the same physical space as you. We believe the metaverse will be the successor to the mobile internet, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg said at the company's annual developer conference Thursday, where the company said it is officially changing its name to Meta. We'll be able to feel present, like we are right there with people, no matter how far apart we actually are. We'll be able to express ourselves in new, joyful, completely immersive ways, he said. Users can create avatars in the virtual world that resemble their appearance in the real world. The avatars will be as common as profile pictures on social media sites, but instead of a static image, there will be living 3D representations of you. Users may be able to customize their avatars for work and play. You're going to have virtual clothes for different occasions, designed by different creators from different apps and experiences, Zuckerberg said. While some of the building blocks of the metaverse are already here, much of the technology is still years away from being widely available. Facebook says it does not want to own the metaverse and is making tools available that will allow developers to connect its platform with other developers. Tools that allow creators to connect various physical locations into augmented reality experiences for virtual tours and scavenger hunts are also on the way. Zuckerberg said these tools will allow for a lot more commerce and help grow the overall metaverse economy. Zuckerberg, for one, sees great promise in the metaverse, and it's a factor behind his company's investment in products such as the Oculus virtual reality headset. Computer graphics chip maker NVIDIA Core wants its Omniverse platform to power some of the underlying frameworks, as does software maker Unity Software. Video game developers such as Roblox Corp and producers using Epic Games Inc. and Microsoft Corp all want a piece of the pie. Roblox is also in China through a joint venture with Tencent Holdings Limited, which launched a parallel platform that follows the rules set by the Chinese government censors. Tencent also has registered a slew of metaverse-related trademarks for its own social app, QQ. TikTok owner ByteDance Limited has plowed money into VR headset maker Pico and mobile game maker Reworld. There are even specialist consultancies such as UK-based Doobit to help companies move into the metaverse. And don't forget payment providers and cryptocurrencies. Many ask, what is digital real estate? Is it an opportunity? Is it a real investment? It is a blank space to build whatever you want, And yes, it is a real investment. Taking a step back might be instructive here. In the transfer of real-world real estate, dollars are exchanged for real property, and the transaction involves banks, finance companies, lawyers, and title companies. In a similar manner, virtual real estate is exchanged, usually for virtual currency, often in the form of non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Non-fungible tokens are distinct from each other and limited in volume. These transactions are enabled by the blockchain, a digital ledger that is duplicated and distributed across a database. Instead of keys, you get a password and the freedom to develop your virtual land with whatever your imagination desires. Just as the supply of dollar bills is limited, which contributes to their value, these virtual currencies are of limited volume. Alongside this evolution of virtual currencies, the blockchain technology on which these cryptocurrencies are built has also been developing, and now ensures that the tokens have a recognizable value. Just as the volume of tokens is limited and monitored by the entire blockchain, the number of parcels of virtual land in these metaverses is also limited. For years now, Linden Lab has had a similar offering in Second Life. To achieve uniqueness in their virtual representation, people within this game would use USD to buy Linden Bucks, with which they could buy items in their virtual world. With some minor changes, this seems to be the foundation of the current business model in newer virtual worlds, such as Decentraland, The Sandbox, CryptoVoxels, Somnium Space, and Axie Infinity, to name a few. It's entirely fair to be skeptical of digital real estate investing. A logical question to ask would be, who might profit from digital real estate investing? The answer, before 2020, might well have been nobody. However, the coronavirus pandemic has shifted the way in which people interact. Humans are social beings, and people have an innate desire for interaction. Digital real estate allows people to socialize and engage with others safely. And there is also commercial merit to the metaverse, particularly for large and even medium-sized enterprises. Virtual land allows these businesses to market their products in new spaces to new audiences and serves a vital CRM function as well. The metaverse will eventually become an extension of our real-world economy. Being able to build, trade, and invest in products, goods, and services may rely on NFTs as the foundation for value creation. If NFTs become a commonly adopted tool for trading such goods, they could help accelerate the use of XR ecosystems as places people go to combine elements of the digital economy with their offline lives. One way to think of this process is how the App Store encouraged businesses to digitize their operations so that consumers could experience and pay for their products and services from any location. This legitimized the idea that retail and digital need not be separate, paving the way for a whole host of use cases that might not initially have made sense. For example, it is plausible that Peloton, a company producing exercise equipment and video-streamed fitness classes, would not exist without the App Store. Without a widely adopted medium for digital consumer experiences, a service literally grounded in physical activity would have a weak business case for going online. A successful vision of the metaverse sees transformations like these taking place at an accelerated pace and universal scale. But can today's smartphones handle it? The metaverse won't reach its full potential without ultra-fast, low-latency internet. A case in point is the online world Second Life, which came out before smartphones caught on and lost its appeal in part because they couldn't provide real-time on-the-go interactions. Today's fourth generation, 4G, connections can just about support multiplayer apps like Fortnite, but can't handle hundreds of concurrent streams of time-sensitive data. This is why mobile carriers around the world are spending billions of dollars on building 5G networks. They may need even 6G to take it further. The same is true at home and in the office, where bigger screens drain more bandwidth, favoring fiber optic connections wired directly into premises. There are, of course, questions about what the metaverse will mean for privacy, whether it will be inclusive, and how to mitigate harmful content and environments that could be created. Because the metaverse is in the early phases of development, there is an opportunity now to build in these attributes by design. The idea of the metaverse may sound promising, which is why many of the world's leading technology companies are investing in its development. If it can come to fruition, it is conceivable that it will transform consumer and enterprise behavior. We have years until the metaverse, as we envision, is fully realized. This is just the start of the journey.
If you found the video informative, then hit the like button, comment your thoughts down and share to spread the word. Also, a sub to the channel would be motivating. Just wait, we also have over 300 videos to watch, just click left or right. Keep inspiring.